Hey guys, welcome back to Adventures in Aviators in our hiking series. Today we are back deep in the heart of Utah at Capitol Reef National Park, doing a 4.4 mile round trip hike at Grand Wash. It's only gaining about 200 feet of elevation depending on which direction you're heading. And actually it can be a one-way trip if you have two vehicles. It's 2.2 miles one way through this massive canyon wash. Here on Adventures in Aviators, we love getting you into nature. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and nudge that subscribe button. Hit the like and get notifications. We're going to be ranking this hike on 5 categories: location, facilities, plants and wildlife, trail traffic, and finally, the payoff. And of course, we're going to be ranking this on our scale of 1 to 5 aviators.
5 aviators.
Where exactly is Grand Wash here in Capitol Reef National Park? Well, Capitol Reef National Park is not close to many things. It is right in the heart of Utah, several hours away from really any population center. So that in itself makes it a really unique and kind of vast landscape with very few tourists compared to many other national parks. Going straight through the park is State Route 24. And if you stay on State Route 24, you don't have to pay to actually get into the park here. And one of the trailheads for this path and this wash ends up just right off the road, and that's where we entered. There is another trailhead off of Scenic Drive if you go south from the visitor center a couple miles, and then you can go up a dirt road, and this is accessible to all vehicles. And there's a parking lot right there as well. So again, you've got 2 different parking areas. You can come at this wash from either direction, coming from the northeast or from the southwest. If you've seen our Hickman Bridge video, it's only just a couple miles down the road from Hickman Bridge. They're all really close together there on Scenic Route 24. And of course, part of the fun of this area is getting to this area, driving through amazing wilderness. We were staying in Escalante, but that was still about an hour and a half away, but we got to drive on Scenic Byway 12, which was just amazing. I highly encourage you to go check out this area. Give yourself plenty of time. Because of its easy access to the trailheads and having multiple trailheads, but generally being in the middle of nowhere, I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 aviators. While not many paths and trails in this area do have real honest-to-goodness facilities, this one actually does if you use the parking area down off of Scenic Drive in the heart of the park. So it's not the highway, but the Scenic Drive does have a bathroom at the main parking area on the dirt path there. These are just basic facilities, no running water, but in this area, you just be thankful for what you do have. And for that reason, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 aviators.
All right, so we are about to turn around, but we have made it to kind of a dividing point. The trail only goes one way, but you can see there's kind of 3 different canyons all around. They're all huge. And actually over here, we've got a thunderstorm building. And as it's flash flood country, and they said there was a chance today, we're going to go ahead and scoot.
Because it is a wash, it really lacks in lots of plants and wildlife. You can see bighorn sheep in this area and like little lizards or snakes and stuff like that, but since it gets washed out every now and again, there's not a lot that sticks here. So for that reason, I'm only going to give it a 1 aviator. When it comes to trail traffic, again, you're not in an area that has all that many people compared to some of your other nearby parks. Arches, Canyonlands, Bryce Canyon, and Zion are all going to have significantly more visitors than you find at Capitol Reef. But within this park, this is one of the more visited trails. It's incredibly family friendly. There's a very low barrier to entry, not a lot of elevation change, and it's just a pretty simple walk all the way through, not very sandy even. So because of that, you do get a fair amount of people on this path. But still, if you don't go in peak season, if you don't go in the middle of the day, which a lot of people visit this area in the middle of the day, you could easily have this whole path to yourself. So because it is rather popular within a park, but the park ain't very popular, I'm going to give this 3 out of 5 aviators. Finally, the payoff. How is this hike for how much work we put into it? Well, it's got actual parking, it's got actual facilities, and you really don't have to do much. You just a simple walk in. This could be for everyone. It could be the entire family. We did see entire families of all ages when we were on this hike. And even if you were, getting along in years and going slow, you could still handle much of this trail. It's just, again, a nice flat walk at the bottom of the space. and it really immerses you into this canyon, and it's a beautiful area. There's 500-foot walls that stretch up on either side of you. In the Narrows, which is kind of in the middle section of the hike, maybe a little bit closer to the highway, you get about 15 feet from side to side and huge walls going up on either side of you. So just massive scale, but you find yourself very quickly in the middle of it. So it is breathtaking, it's jaw-dropping. You feel very small very quickly on this hike, and it is gorgeous. But since it's so easy, I'm going to give this Payoff a 5 aviators.
5 aviators.
It's just so easy to just get in there, and all of a sudden you're just in a different world, and it is gorgeous and beautiful. You find other areas that have huge carve-outs in the rock, which I guess has been created from water. And if you see some of these pictures here, I don't understand exactly how this has happened over time, but it is spectacular. It's super easy to get to. Everyone can get to it. I hope that you take the time to stop and check out Grand Wash when you're in this area. It's well worth, even if you just spend a half an hour just kind of hiking in and hiking out, you would be a half an hour well spent. So come check out Grand Wash if you're in Capitol Reef. Just an unbelievable area. So many colors to see, so many different kinds of rock formations. You would just think that it would all kind of look the same, but it definitely does not. You've got Casti Arch in the area as well, off of the main trailhead. They're near the bathrooms there, so another hiking opportunity there. If you have other suggestions or comments, please leave those below, and we'll see you next time.